I may have to drive back out there and return what I purchased as soon as I'm feeling better. Maybe I'm just hallucinating from this fever. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I feel like I haven't slept well in days, but all I've been doing is sleeping and having nightmares. At least I hope, they're just nightmares. Let me try to start from the beginning. 3 days ago, Roger and I took a trip out to the lake. It was a beautiful day for it. We stopped in the village just before the state park because I'd read about a bakery there that makes giant eclairs. I think they're still out in the car now, rotting in the sun. As we were leaving the bakery, I spotted the antique store across the street. You can't miss it. It's the biggest old house in the village, part of it converted into a storefront. I coaxed Roger inside by promising not to spend any money. That was a lie, but I'm sure he knew it. The door was open, but we didn't see anyone when we first walked in, so we just started browsing. The place was enormous. Everything was laid out by room. China cabinets and tableware in the house's former dining room. Furniture, books, old vinyl albums in what must have been the living room. You get the idea. We spent quite some time in each area. There must have been hundreds of estate sales worth of items, and none of it was junk. While Roger was flipping through old photo albums in one of the bedrooms, I snuck off to the display case at the front of the store to look for jewelry. An older woman with very long, graying blonde hair stood behind the case, almost like she'd been waiting for me. As I was about to say something to her, a cat jumped up on the chair beside me and started rubbing his head against my hand. "Well, hello, handsome. How did you know his name?" she asked. I jumped. This woman had the most striking eyes I've ever seen. "Oh, is that his name? I just thought he was handsome. He's such a lover boy." Seriously, her irises looked like there were galaxies swirling in them. She smiled. "He really is." "It's a very appropriate name," I said to the cat. "So what brings you out this way?" she asked. "It's a small village." She obviously knew I wasn't from around there, right? "We're headed to the beach." "It's a beautiful day for it," I agreed. "Well, I don't have any jewelry. That tends to sell quickly, and when I come across anything of real value, I usually sell it at auction myself." I don't remember asking her about jewelry. Maybe I did. No, I couldn't have. But I did overhear you mention you were looking for brass figurines. She held up a vintage brass bell, shaped like a woman in a Victorian-era dress and bonnet. I believe it was made in England, probably in the 1950s. She gave it a shake and handed it to me. "It still works." As I was examining the bell, she brought out a set of 3 brass owl figurines, small, medium, and large, and a little brass Labrador retriever. $20 for all of them, she said. She really got right down to business. I pulled the bill out of my purse and handed it to her. "Can I leave them up here while I finish looking around? My husband may want to buy some books." "Of course. I'll bag them up for you. Take your time." I found Roger still in the bedroom, looking at the same stack of photo albums. "You're still looking at those? There are stacks and stacks of albums here, dating back to the 1800s. Are they all just family albums?" "Yeah, it's weird." "Creepy. Are you going to buy any of them?" "No." He closed the album and put it back. "Are you ready to go? This place feels weird." I laughed, but he was right. It did feel weird. I just have to grab my bag. "What bag?" I practically ran into the woman as I was leaving the bedroom. She was standing right outside the door, holding the bag out to me. "Have a safe trip back to the city." I don't remember telling her we drove in from the city, but maybe we just give off that vibe. "Thank you. Great place you've got here." We practically ran for the door. Once we got into the car, I showed Roger what I'd bought. "I thought you weren't going to buy anything." I wasn't planning to, but she said she overheard me talking about figurines and... "But you said you weren't going to buy anything." "Roger, it was $20. Give me a break. How did she overhear you talking about figurines? You never mentioned figurines. You said you weren't buying anything. He was right. I don't know. Suddenly, Handsome jumped on the hood of our car. We both screamed. I had to carry the big baby back to the store and set him inside the door. After that, I didn't feel like going to the beach anymore. Roger was happy about that. I feel like I could sleep, he said. Me too. And that's exactly what we did as soon as we got home. And this is where we've been since, in bed. We've both missed work. I wonder if we caught something from inadvertently touching mouse droppings while rummaging through things. It's plausible. We both have a fever, and it's been giving us some really unsettling dreams. Roger keeps dreaming he's trapped in the attic of that house, with some of the people from those albums. I can tell he's genuinely frightened. I feel so guilty. I wish I'd never talked him into going inside. I wish I'd never bought anything. A few times he sat up in bed screaming that it feels like something is laying on his chest, which is terrifying, because I swear I felt something moving around in the bed, sometimes even walking on me. Like a cat? Roger doesn't hear it, but I keep hearing a bell ringing. The bag made it into the house, but I can't find the bell. I feel like I've lost my mind. Do you think it would seem unhinged to bring the items back? I don't even know what I'd say to her. I don't want the money back. What would you do? Maybe I can just leave them inside the door. As soon as I feel better.